Hello everyone. Today is 5:15 of 24 and I'm going to show you what I'm eating today. It is a little after 1 o'clock. It's a little earlier than I would normally eat, but I'm hungry and so I'm going to eat. I am starting today with a fast factor meal. It's the first factor meal that I've ever eaten, but I was kind of excited to try it. I think I want to use factor as a way of just kind of having a little more variety in my diet. So I am having the sun-dried tomato chicken with zucchini noodles. So I'm just going to give this a try here. I cooked it, you cook it for 2 minutes and then cook it again for like another 30 seconds or however long it takes for it to get kind of heated up. So after I cooked it for 2 minutes, I added a tablespoon of chia seeds to it too. All right, so I've got a bit of chicken and a bit of noodles. It definitely needs more salt, like for sure needs more salt. That's not too terrible. I'd rather have not enough salt and I can add more than, have way too much and be like, oh, I can't eat this. But I am adding quite a bit of salt, probably at least half a teaspoon of salt to this because it is um, lacking quite a bit in that. The quality of the chicken is pretty good. I'm going to have to eat some more. I'm not sure that they seasoned the chicken when they were cooking it originally. And when you don't season chicken when you're cooking it like originally, then it tends to just lack flavor. I think there is some there. I'm not sure that it is completely like flavorless, but I guess I would like more. But maybe that just goes to how there's not enough salt, right, in the dish. I actually like the zucchini noodles. I wasn't sure if I would like them or not. I'm not a huge fan of cooked vegetables, but they're really not bad. I don't think I'll eat all of them just because of the carb count. This meal has 11 carbs, net carbs in it. And I just, then it gets me up to 20, which is really not bad. 20 is just fine. But I do like to keep it a bit lower than that just to have a little more fluctuation for my first meal, to have a little more fluctuation in my day like as I go on. So I'll probably only eat about half of the noodles. I think that'll take away, well, I don't know, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm really not sure how many it'll take away, but if I eat half, I'm hoping that it will take away, quite a few, like 3 to 4. So, this is what I'm having for my first meal of the day, and I'll get back to you with my second meal if I eat. My plan for dinner today had been to have a poblano popper that I had made, but I'm just not hungry enough for that. So, I am going to make this. This is something that I kind of made up yesterday, so I'm excited to have it again today. I have half of a bagel. It's a Sola bagel, which has less than a gram of sugar. I think it has, I want to say like 3 carbs. I don't remember how many carbs it has, but so it's actually got quite a few carbs, but it's also got a lot of fiber in it to offset it so that your net carbs are real low. Um, okay, so I'm going to add half of an ounce of cream cheese, and they are a bit soft, these bagels are, which is kind of why I toasted it a little bit more, was just because I knew I wanted it to be a little firmer. That looks good. And then I'm going to take an eighth of a teaspoon of everything bagel seasoning and sprinkle that all over. And then I'm going to add some of my pink Himalayan salt because I add salt to everything. And then I'm going to take some spinach. So I just have some baby spinach here. I'm just going to break it up so it's a little easier to eat and kind of put that right on top, kind of pushing it into my cream cheese so that it kind of sticks in there. Well, that one didn't. All right, there we go. So this is going to be my dinner for tonight. It's about 6 o'clock right now. Let's go look at what my day turned out to be. So we're going to take a look at my day. I ended up with 18.92 total net carbs. It is just one or two lower because I didn't eat all of my zucchini. I really should have just eaten all of the zucchini. It didn't really help much to not eat it. I'm at 910 calories, which is just a little low. I'll probably be a little more hungry tomorrow, but that's just fine. And my sodium is good. I'm at 2,500. That's just fine. I want to be between 25 and 3,000, so that's good. My fiber is also good with 20 grams of fiber, so that is great. But a lot of that came from my Sola bagel. Which is down here. Yes, it's right there. So that had 12 grams of fiber in it. Um, those types of products are not very good for you. They can really help people who are on keto diets to, kind of curb those cravings and not kind of, fall off the wagon. But I think they're not something you should be eating every day. Just they're very processed, and I just don't think that they're the best for you, which is kind of tough because they come in a package of 4. So if say I only want to have like one a week, right, as like a treat, well, then what do I do with the other 3, right? So I'm going to test freezing them, but my husband also wants to try them, so I might not do that with this batch, but I will test freezing the solas and we'll just see what happens, and I will let you know about that. And then my macros look pretty good too. I've got 25 protein. I want to try and get between that 25 and 30 mark, just because, like I said, I kind of got some advice that maybe I need some more protein. That's why my brain wasn't quite functioning properly. I think another thing that really had to do with it was the salt. I wasn't getting enough salt either, so that's why I've kind of bumped that up too. So hopefully those two things kind of mixed together will like level things out for me, and I'll just feel better. That's kind of, I mean, my whole goal in doing this in the first place was just to feel better. So if I can't really quite think and I'm, on edge all the time, that I don't feel better that way. So hopefully those things will kind of even out for me and I will feel much better. So that is my day today, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow.